GameTout! Welcome to GameTout, the show where I talk for 4 minutes about video game topics that you want to know. Today's topic. What do you think about the rumored details of the Nintendo NX? So if you haven't heard by now, basically Eurogamer, who's basically a respected source out there in the interwebs, basically confirmed details about the NX, about it, all the spec, a couple of the specs and stuff like that. We'll get into it right now. So I'm going to go ahead and get into the topic and discuss this rumor. Alright, 4 minutes on the clock and let's go. So, the Nintendo NX, the big thing that everything is, the big gimmick is basically it's a mobile that turns into a console. Like basically it's a mobile device that you can hook into like a dock and it basically puts it on the TV. And before everybody, I'm reading a whole bunch of forums and stuff like that and people are basically like, what? This doesn't make sense and like, what? It's not going to be as powerful and this and that and blah blah blah. A year and a half ago when I was looking at this information about it possibly being a hybrid, the only way for it to be a hybrid is exactly the way that it's going right now. This is actually not news. Like to me, like anybody, like somebody across the street could actually make this rumor. I said this in a video a long time ago. Like basically, if the console's gonna be the mobile. That's if it's a hybrid, which everybody's thinking. It has to be on the mobile. I don't understand why everybody is like kind of losing their minds over it, but that's neither here or there. But basically the big thing about it is imagine the Wii U controller. So Wii U controller, you play the game like that. So if you want to play Zelda, you're basically, just like the Wii U, you're looking at this controller and you're playing the things. But you can actually detach the controller, so you can set the screen portion, the tablet, and then like you have the controllers right here. So depending on what type of game you're playing, so if you're playing Dance Dance Revolution, you could be like doing the Macarena, how do you do the Macarena, like that, something like that. So Wii Sports, you could do, maybe they'll have virtual console games, have some Wii games, so you're basically playing Skyward Sword, the whole shindigs. That's pretty cool. I actually do like that. They like, if this is true, that these definitely would be, it's Nintendo, it's going to be motion controlled and stuff like that, but it being detachable and retachable, I like it because the fact that you're not really forcing a developer to use this function. You can basically attach it back to the controller, the screen, the console even, and basically play normal games. Good. I want to play some normal games for once, and I'm hoping that Zelda Breath of the Wild is actually just a normal game, and I don't have to like shake around my controller or anything like that. That's what I like. The other thing that the report says is that there's going to be cartridges. Which, duh! If it's going to be mobile, it's going to be cartridges. I don't understand why people are so freaking out. Like basically, like wait, does this confirm it? Like yes, if it's mobile, it's going to use cartridges. Duh. Or if not, it's going to be all digital, which I don't think that they would want to do. But the weird thing about this is basically the cartridge is only going to have 32 gigabytes, which is way less than any game on the PlayStation 4, and so it kind of seems like it's not going to be really competing. Like the Xbox and the PS4 are going to be up here, and it's still going to be not as good, especially with their upgrades and stuff like that. That's not good, especially if people are trying to port. You really want to be at the same level to at least the PS4, which I'm afraid of. But they said that they're using the chip, the Tegra, which is basically a high mobile thing, but it's not quite PS4. But it could be a new version. Maybe there's some upgrades on it. I'm just hoping, for the love of God, hopefully it reaches the PS4 specs, because that's to be successful in third parties, not just Nintendo. Nintendo's gonna have a whole bunch of games if it's hybrid, because you're getting double the teams. The Game Boy ones and the handhelds and the consoles make it, double the games. There's gonna be a lot of games, but for the things going out, for the third parties, it's not gonna be as pleasant because they're not going to want to port something that they have to degrade and actually spend a lot of money to do. That's not good. Anyways, I want to thank you guys so much for watching the GameTout. What do you guys think about this rumor? Do you think it's true? Please tell me in the comments, and if it is true, what do you think? Will you be buying an NX? I will tell you my answer next time. Alright, later! Woo!